Welcome students. My name is Ms. Pratiksha Kashinath Kavlekar. I am teaching in a Government College Arts, Science and Commerce, KPM Goa. The topic is budgetary process. The model name is a process of preparation and passing of budget in India. Outline is a process of preparation, passing of budget in India. The outcomes from you will getting the meaning of budget and what is the preparation and passing of budget in India. First, we will see what do you mean by budget. A budget is a word that has been derived from an old French word like a pocket, which means a leather bag or a wallet. This word has first used back in a date 1733. Budgeting generally denoted that the process by which a financial policy of government is formulated and carried out. A budget is a financial plan that includes estimated expenses as well as the income for a period of a time. A budget shows a financial account of previous year, the budget and reserve estimate of the current year and the budget estimates for the forthcoming year. Budget is nothing but it is a plan of action. Now we will see what is the process of preparation and passing of budget in India. According to Article 112 of Indian Constitution, the President is responsible for presenting the budget to the Lok Sabha. In India, the Union budget is prepared by the Department of Economic Office of Ministry of Finance. There are the three types of budgetary process like consolidated fund, second is a constitution fund and third is a public account. In these three account, government keeps their funds. There are the different stages through which budget has to pass in India. Altogether, there are 5 stages like preparation of budget, parliamentary approval, exclusion of budget, accounting and auditing. In detail, we will study what is by preparation of budget. Preparation of budget. The budget consists of 3 types of accounts. First is the actual for preceding year, that is for last year's what about the budget for in a country. Second is a reserve budget estimate for the current year, that is a base year. Third one is a budget estimate for forthcoming year in a future year. There are 2 types of government budget like revenue budget and a capital budget. Second is a parliamentary approval. In this parliamentary approval, the budget goes through 5 stages. Likewise, presentation of budget by finance minister. Second is a general discussion on budget. Third is a voting on demand for grants in the Lok Sabha. Fourth one is a passing of relation bills and fifth one is a passing of finance bill. First, how is a presentation of budget by finance minister? In this period during the general election, the budget is presented twice. First to secure a vote on account for 4 months and later completely. Budget speech of finance minister in 2 parts. Part A consider a general economic condition of a country while Part B related to taxation proposals. The general budget is presented in Lok Sabha by the Minister of Finance. At the conclusion of a speech of the Finance Minister in Lok Sabha, annual financial statement is laid on the table of Raj Sabha. Second, that is a general discussion on budget. This discussion is done in 2 stages. First stage, about the outline of budget, principle and policies underlying it are to be discussed in general discussion of the budget, which lasts for the 4 to 5 days. In a second stage, discussion is held based on the report of department standing committees, which is usually done after a month for a general discussion on budget. Third is a voting on demand for grants in Lok Sabha. After standing report are presented to the House proceeds with the minister-wise discussion of comments, reports and voting on demands for grant. The time for discussion and voting on demand for grant is allocated by the Speaker in constellation with the Leader of the House. Introduction and the voting on demand for grant is confined only to the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha has a power to refuse and even to reduce the amount of demand for grant in Lok Sabha. Fourth and fifth, that is a passing of appropriation bill and passing of finance bill. This says an appropriation bill is intended to give the authority to Government of India to incur expenditure from Consolidated Fund of India. After voting of demand for grant has been completed, the government introduced an appropriation bill. It includes the charge expenditure and sum granted by the voting on demand for grants. The procedure for passing the appropriation bill is same as for the money bill passing for finance bills. All taxation proposals of government for financial year are in a finance bill. The rate of taxes such as income tax, custom duties, etc. are annually determined by this. The discussion on finance bill is opened by finance minister. After the bill have been discussed, a motion is moved to that bill be passed by the Lok Sabha. After the bill has been passed by the Lok Sabha, it is referred to the Raj Sabha. When both the houses have agreed, the bill goes to the presidential assist. Now we will say the third point, that is exclusion of budget. What do you mean by exclusion of budget? When the budget has passed by, the exclusion of budget begins. There is a collection of revenue, proper custody of collected funds, distribution of grants. Exclusion of budget is responsibility of excluder. Exclusion of budget rests on a proper collection of revenues and proper distribution of funds. The Department of Revenue has an overall control and supervision over the machinery charged with the collection of taxes. The network nationalized banks are engaged in collection of the funds. Fourth one is accounting. Accounting from 1976, the Secretary of each minister is designed as a chief accounting authority responsible for the transaction of ministry and its department. This responsibility is discharged to the integrated financial advice of the minister. The Control General of Account is the apex accounting authority of a general government. The CGA is responsible for decision of and the banking agreement for various ministries, department or office of Government of India. Last one is the auditing. Auditing is very important instrument of control over the finance. The company and the Auditor General of India is responsible for audit of accounts. The audit reports prepared by the CAG contain comments on regularity and probability of expenditure. The audit reports are presented to the president or the governors, and it becomes obligatory for the president or governors to cause them to be laid before the parliament or the state respectively. Thank you.